How do you know if you have a rare Jefferson nickel? In this video, I'm going to tell you everything you need to know to make sure you aren't missing any rare Jefferson nickel worth potentially thousands of dollars. Welcome back to Old Money Prices. If this is your first time here and you want to learn more about rare coins and paper money, start now by subscribing and clicking the bell so you don't miss anything. Let's jump right into the video. Up first, we have a 1943p 5-cent Jefferson nickel double die obverse graded by PCGS, a mint state 66 plus. So the P means Philadelphia, and you'll see that P on the back top of the coin. This is considered the mint mark. Depending on where the coin is minted and how many were minted will have a big influence on how much the coin is worth. This one is also a double die obverse. That means the obverse, which is the front, is double dyed. This one isn't as easy to see, but if you look at 1943, you can see that it's a little bit doubled. Some of these coins that have the double dies will be harder to see, so make sure that you're using magnification so you don't miss any of these double die obverses. Because this one graded so highly and it's a double die obverse, this one sold for $630. Here we have a 1940D 5-cent Jefferson nickel graded by PCGS, a mint state 67 plus. Now the D is located on the back right of the coin, and the D stands for the Denver Mint. This is also a full steps, and by full steps, if you look on the back of the coin above Monticello, you can see that the steps are fully engraved there. Now this is significant because the steps on the back are typically the first place to get worn down on a coin. So if you have the full steps on the 1940D, it is going to be a little bit more valuable because that is something that collectors look for when they're collecting these coins. If you flip the coin over to the front, you'll immediately notice that the coin looks like it has 3 different tonings. On the bottom, middle, and top, it's all different colors. This has to do with how the coin was stored and toned over time. Some collectors really enjoy this different type of toning. This coin sold for $1,080. Up next, we have a 1940p 5-cent Jefferson nickel graded by NGC, a proof like 68. Now remember, the highest grade you can get is 70, so this is only 2 points away from that 70 grade. And what's amazing about this coin is it sold for a lot of money, but look at the overall tone and the color of the coin. It almost looks like it was just stored improperly, and it just has a really bad damaged look to it. But NGC, the third-party grader, signified that this is a really nice coin and almost a perfect grade for this coin. Combine that high grade with the fact that this coin only had a mintage of 27,600. Now, to put that into perspective, most coins had a mintage of hundreds or sometimes millions of coins for one mintage, and this one only had 27,600. All these things combined is why this one sold for $1,140. So if you have a 1942p Jefferson nickel that looks like this, you could have something that's really valuable. Check this one out. Here's a 1953 coin graded by PCGS, a mint state 65 with the full steps on the back like I was talking about earlier. Now when you first look at this coin, you may be thinking to yourself, it looks really damaged, it looks really scratched, but this is still okay. PCGS still recognizes this as a mint state 65 coin. It's really challenging to find this coin with the full steps on the back. So remember, above Monticello on the back of the 1953 coin, if you see the full steps, you definitely have something that's worth a lot of money. So keep that safe and find someone reputable to sell it to. This coin sold for $1,527 for this nickel. It keeps getting better. Here's a 1945p Jefferson nickel double die reverse graded by PCGS, a mint state 65. It also has the full steps on the back. So let's flip the coin over. Make sure you have your magnifying glasses out. If you zoom in on Monticello and 5 cents, it's a little bit hard to see, but you can see the doubling on the dies there, as well as the full steps on the back top of Monticello. The double die reverse meaning back of the coin, is pretty challenging to find on this coin. So if you find it on this coin and it's going to be a high grade, it's going to be worth a lot of money. This one sold for so much money, guys. This one sold for $5,170. Crazy money right here, guys. Here's a 1943p 5-cent Jefferson nickel double die obverse graded by PCGS, a mint state 67 full steps. So sometimes this doubling can be really challenging to see. So you have to keep an eye out. But this one, you can see it mostly on the 1943 date on the front. Sometimes the more dramatic and stronger appearance the doubling has, typically the more money it's going to be worth. This one also has full steps, which is really challenging on this 1943 date, and it only graded 3 points away from the perfect grade of 70 at a 67, and all those things combined is why this one sold for $11,500. When you first look at this coin, you may be thinking that it's damaged, but this coin sold for a lot of money, nearly double the previous coin I just showed you. Here's a 2000p, meaning Philadelphia, 5-cent Jefferson nickel, graded by PCGS, a mint state 65. So if you have something like this, you could have something worth a lot of money. But look at this coin. So this is the front of the coin. It's not actually damaged. This is from a weak strike. So this happened at the minting process. But the big reason why this coin sold for so much money is because when you flip it over, yep, there it is. The back is also double struck. This Jefferson nickel has 2 obverses. That's right, this coin has 2 fronts. This is a good rule of thumb. If you ever have any sort of coin that has a front on the front and then you flip it over and there's also a front on the back, that is going to be worth a lot of money. And this one graded a mint state grade. It's just phenomenal for this coin. This coin, because it has 2 faces or 2 obverses on the front and the back, this coin sold for $20,520. Here we have a 1939 5-cent reverse of a 1940 graded by PCGS, a mint state 68, full steps. So the reason this one sold for so much money is the back of the coin was actually meant for a 1940 and the front is the 1939. So when you flip the coin over, you're gonna see those full steps above Monticello. That's the first indicator, and the second indicator is just the overall appearance and the strike of the coin. So if you have a 1939 coin and the back looks just like this one, you could have a 1940 back on a 1939 front 5-cent Jefferson nickel. And because this one graded so highly by PCGS, this one sold for $23,500. Guys, this coin sold for so much money. Here we have a D/S 5-cent Jefferson nickel graded by PCGS, a mint state 67, full steps. A lot going on this one, but the first thing you have to look for on this coin is the back. So if you look at the mint mark on the back right of the coin, you can see if you zoom in really closely, the mint mark has a D over an S mint mark. So this is considered an error coin. Combine that with the full steps on the back and the fact that this one graded at PCGS mint state 67, this coin sold for $32,900. So keep an eye out for the D/S mint mark on the 1949 Jefferson nickel. Hit that subscribe button. It really does help out with the YouTube algorithm. Stay tuned for more, and I'll see you guys in the next one.